It all starts with several BMPs and tanks advancing forward. Russian armored group breaks through and opens fire at Ukrainian positions. Fire from Russian tank intensifies as column moves closer.
Выстрел!
Russian forces deploy smoke screen to prevent strikes from javelins and FPV drones. It all seemed like a successful mission at first, but everything changes after this strike from Ukrainian soldier. The javelin hits the top of the tank's turret, penetrating the armor. The crew leaves the tank and jumps in the APC. Meanwhile, Ukrainian commanders witness the assault in real time and order an artillery strike to finish off the abandoned vehicles. Ukrainian artillery forces deploy M777. A precise strike takes out the abandoned BMP. Meanwhile, Russian commanders order artillery strikes on Ukrainian positions.
Цель 101. Артиллерийская батарея. Осколочно-фугасный.
Орудие!
Seeing that Russian armored vehicles were stopped, Ukrainian soldiers use RPG to try and finish them off.
Давай, рабы. Героям слава.
A close hit, but it's not enough. That's when M777 comes to help. The shot takes out the tank. A cluster munition is also used by Ukrainian artillery. Ukrainian bomber drones join the party and drop the explosives. Russian BMP is on fire. A few minutes later, when the fire reaches ammunition, this happens. The BMP is torn to pieces. Metal parts are flying in the sky. Meanwhile, Ukrainian Vampire drone flies over the smoking tank and drops the explosive. At first, it may seem like a failed assault, but Russian soldiers manage to break through. Ukrainian soldiers engage in fire contact with Russian infantry.
А там кто?
Russian artillery unit is deployed to suppress Ukrainian soldiers.
Азимут -2, 1 принял.
Да, с восстановлением 1 снаряд огонь.
Russian commanders give orders to continue moving forward.
Белый, ангара.
Все, пацаны, плюс, работаем. Мы сверху все наблюдаем, охраняем. Вы там, пацаны, все.
After these words, the shelling only intensifies. Ukrainian commanders send an APC to evacuate the soldiers from dangerous area. Ukrainian APC gets hit with Russian FPV drone. Now the crew has to leave the vehicle and stay on foot. Meanwhile, Ukrainian forces manage to capture one Russian soldier.
Откуда стреляют сейчас? Через сколько у вас там позиции метров?
Тут через 50 метров позиция Алгамова.
Сколько там человек?
Там 4 где-то тоже.
Ukrainian forces manage to slow down the advance of Russian infantry, but commanders realize that something is wrong.
Вони зараз будуть заходити, скоріш за все. G-34.
Буду начинать движение. Не хочу потом, чтобы хуже было.
Russian forces break through. A column of several armored vehicles and tanks passes the defense line until this happened. A BMP full of Russian soldiers hits a mine. This moment plays a crucial role in order to win some time. Meanwhile, Ukrainian artillery unit was already aimed and ready to shoot.
Координати вбивай.
A precise hit from Ukrainian artillery and the tank is destroyed. Now the road is blocked. Russian BMP tries to drive through field until this happens. The ammunition detonates, tearing BMP apart. Russian column keeps moving forward, but Ukrainian FPV drones were already waiting for them.
Да-да-да-да-да. Ой, сладенький! Ай, Вася! Ай, Вася, хорош! Хорош, блядь! Да. Great success! Great success!
Russian forces keep losing their armored vehicles one after another. Ukrainian FPV drones deliver the final strike. Despite the heavy losses, Russian commanders continue the assault. Artillery units are deployed to strike Ukrainian positions.
Батарея, внимание, цель номер 1. Прицел 355.
Where's my f***ing weapon? Rider!
Ukrainian soldiers suffer from the shelling. That's when Ukrainian forces deploy an intelligence drone to locate Russian artillery.
Тут у них ВОК.
Ярик, заходимо на посадку.
Шеф, заходим. То в них там і люди, і техніка, так?
Так, техніка, тут навіть бліндаж, такий куполок вони зробили, чорні точки. І ось роз'їзди. Це чи колесна, мабуть, колесна, може гусенична. Звідси погано зараз видно.
When the drone flies closer, it spots 2 artillery units hiding in the tree line. They can fire shells up to 30 kilometers. The location is transferred to the HIMARS operator and the missile is fired. Missile hits with pinpoint accuracy, taking out Russian artillery. The second shot is fired to take out the last artillery unit. A close hit from Ukrainian HIMARS, but Russian artillery managed to leave the dangerous area unharmed. But it's hard to say about this one. The crew leaves the burning system and flees. Now let's look at the aftermath. Ammunition detonated, tearing Russian artillery apart. Only bunch of scrap is left. Meanwhile, Russian armored vehicles attack from different directions. An FPV drone is used to take out Russian BMP. Drone penetrates the armor-tearing Russian BMP apart. Ukrainian Vampire drone is used to finish it off. Russian forces continue attacking from different directions, but Ukrainian FPV drones leave them no chance to advance. Despite heavy losses, Russian commanders keep sending more armored vehicles hoping to gain foothold, but to no avail. Ukrainian artillery opens precise fire. FPV drones are deployed to stop the advancing vehicles. Drone strikes Russian tank, damaging the control system. The crew loses control and drives the tank in a pit. Russian soldiers realize that their assault ends in disaster and leave their armor. Ukrainian artillery opens fire at motionless targets. Ukrainian artillery takes out abandoned vehicles one after another. FPV drones deliver final strikes to Russian tanks. Meanwhile, one of Russian BMPs managed to break through and deploy infantry. Ukrainian drone operators were ready. FPV drones are used to take out Russian hideout. Ukrainian soldier receives the location of Russian infantry and prepares the strike. Meanwhile, Ukrainian soldiers engage in fire contact with the Russians. Russian soldiers carry heavy losses and begin to retreat. Ukrainian M777 receives the coordinates of enemy vehicles and strikes. A precise hit from Ukrainian artillery and the BMP is completely destroyed. It seemed like Russian forces successfully escaped the battlefield until this happens. The first BMP drives over anti-tank mine, and the second is destroyed by precise fire from Ukrainian artillery. But the assault was far from over. Another group, which consists of 2 BMPs, breaks through. Ukrainian artillery receives the coordinates of Russian vehicles and opens fire. Russian soldiers try to hide in destroyed buildings, but it will not help. Ukrainian artillery takes out the hideouts with pinpoint accuracy. Russian soldiers hide in the pipe, but Ukrainian FPV drones catch up and leave them no chance to hide. Ukrainian drone operators keep sending drones one after another, making Russian soldiers flee from the battlefield. Russian forces send small vehicles to evacuate the soldiers, but to no avail. Ukrainian FPV drones take them out one after another.